And today we're just going to talk about the section Strange Birds in the book The Sun Neighbors by Sally J. Plough. This is our first book, and we've actually went through a lot of the book. So today we're just going to finish the second to last part right now, okay? Let's dive right in and start. Chapter 36 is your first chapter that we're gonna go into. And actually, it doesn't have a Tiberius Shaw quote. Sort of sad, but cool thing, chapter 37 does. Now, have you ever heard of Colonial Williamsburg before in your life? No, but I've already guessed what it is. You know, like the 1700s colonies and all that. That's probably like what's gonna happen, you know. In the 1700s, the United States was a colony before the Revolutionary War, which made the United States, well, America. And now, what did you think about the fact that people were like saying, "Down with the British oppression"? And what did you think about the whole place? I thought it was really interesting, and I would have spent a lot of time studying, but of course in 10 minutes there's going to be a muster where they shoot off cannons. So I think that I would just go there just after studying 10 minutes worth of history, which is actually a lot. And would you have actually wanted to look at the cannons like pounding away? Well, yeah, but Ludmilla says that he could just go to the cavern. What did you think? Do you think that cannons are great banging away, or do you think that the cavern is gonna be better? Well, I would have liked the cannons, but I guess the cavern is going to be also great. Now, so, what did you think about the fact that there was a man and he was like saying, "Are you the cobbler's boy?" And now, what did you think about the fact that this person was, talking to Charlie like that? I mean, did you think it's all an act? We know that, or it's not? What do you think? It's not an act, but I think that the man's after this, he's gonna be pretty nice and repay Charlie like with a free meal or something for acting. And what did you think about the fact, all this acting, and it actually is drawing tourists, right? So do you think that this is why McLinty is doing this to really draw more tourists? Definitely. I actually like his style, though I wouldn't like to be the one like Charlie to put on a spotlight. Still, I like his style, just if it's not me. And what did you think also about that woman, right? That plump lady. And did you think that all this acting, even though it's just acting, like for a second, did you actually think that you were in that colonial time, or were you just reading while you were also texting on while you were also watching TV or something, and you didn't really feel that colonialness in you? I felt sort of a colonialness, but not really. still, it's really, really funny. I thought it was funny. Now, then Mr. McGlinty was like, an act? This is not an act. I mean, what did you think that was funny too? That he was like saying, this is no act. And I really have to say, he's right now drawing a lot of business. And what would be the question that you would have asked? Probably this. What did the first soldier enlisted in the army say to the guy with a beaver hat? What did he say? That's Revolutionary War trivia. I mean, yeah, but he can't answer that. Though he might just be like, he said, how much will you give me for 10 jugs of rum? He might have said that. But still, he wouldn't get the correct answer, right? And then, do you really think that Charlie himself is like getting into the act a little or not? No, yeah, sort of. Like he actually says, I'm starting to think I actually believe I'm a lowly servant from the 1770s. I mean the 70s, when the nice plump lady finally comes to rescue me. She takes my apron and dish bag and says, you've been a wonderful sport, kiddo, but I'm springing you now. Marcus means well, but he gets a little carried away. Not many boys your age would have stuck with him for so long. Now, did you think that that without the plump lady, how long do you think that sorry, I just totally forgot Charlie's name. Sorry. Charlie is going to be wiping tables down. Probably until Ludmilla comes and Davis and Joel and Jake. And I think that if Charlie hadn't been rescued, with his luck, Ludmilla and Davis and Joel and Jake would have seen Charlie been chased around by Mr. McGlinty with a broom who was shouting, earn your keep, you good for nothing scallywag. And that would be embarrassing. And then, so the landlady gives him like a gift certificate for the dry goods store. You know what a dry goods store is? Where all the goods there are dried. Maybe it's like the food there, like it's like dried apples, dried peaches, or maybe I'm just getting it all wrong. Who knows? And now, do you think that Ludmilla and Davis and Joel and Jake, they're having such a good time together, and with Charlie, do you think they would have the same good time together? And how do you think that they look at Charlie? Do you think that they look at him the same way that the woman looks at McGlinty? And is that a good way? I mean, yeah, it's not a bad way, but it's not also a good way, right? Because the landlady, I mean, she's like, well, that's just because, it's kind of a strange bird. You'll have to forgive him. But he knows everything there is to know about the Revolutionary history, so this is the perfect place for him. And how is that the same with Charlie? Well, other people might think that he's a strange bird, but he knows everything about birds, right? So do you think that's how the rest of the family looks at Charlie? Now, chapter 37. And this time, there is a Tiberius Shaw quote. It is, change is possible. It is not to be feared. If only you could sit where I sit, in this garden, in the secret, green-roofed spot on my small island hill, under the towering pines, this rare hidden jewel deep within sanctuary marsh. From here, one sees how life could be restored, how it can change nature for the better. and in doing so, change our own human natures for the better. Tiberius Shaw, PhD. So, what I wanted to talk about here is, do you think that Charlie and the rest of the family are going to, do you think that that Charlie's family is going to allow him to go to Sanctuary March or not? I don't think so. I don't think that they're going to say yes. They're probably going to be like, no, Charlie, we can't. And that's exactly sort of how they're responding. He's like, Jake is like, but birds are so boring, right? And it's like, and it's really not that fun. Like Joel and Jake are probably at that side, right? And everybody else is probably like everybody else grows and all that, right? So they're not happy about it either. So, do you think that Graham is going to allow them to go to Sanctuary March? No. Graham is like, it's gonna be a long day tomorrow, and now they're going, right? But do you think that they should go? I mean, it's not, they're just gonna wait anyway. Do you think that they should just go to Sanctuary March while waiting? That's a sensible plan. But right now, I think that they just want to go to the hospital, which is a problem for Charlie. So how do you think that Charlie's going to react to this? And now, do you think that Tiberius Shaw and the Sanctuary, do you think that they're going to be gone forever? Or do you think that Charlie's going to find a way to go? I know he's going to find a way to go. He's a smart